driving it did not feel any different to drive. Something did feel different, but not driving. What felt different? I just thought about this. Hold on. Nope, I don't remember. I just saw The Senior, the movie, a Wayfarer movie. Was that Eleanor the Great? I don't know why I don't gravitate towards Eleanor. I wouldn't say that I gravitated towards this one either if I hadn't seen the trailer at the time that I kind of needed to for my soul. It is not a good movie. I'm just going to be very upfront about that. It is actually a really bad movie technically. But message-wise, it kind of makes up for it a lot. And the fact that it's a real-life story and it actually happened. But script, directing, editing, I don't know which one. Maybe acting, but acting could have been saved. Acting was decent. But it was just the script was actually horrible. It was very amateur and a non-amateur budget and on a non-amateur stage where it was just made up of these moments that people, I think, like amateur filmmakers, and I'm one, but people think that's what because there are moments in movies that move you and they think like the moments alone moved you, but no, it's actually the build up to those moments, and that's what whoever wrote this, directed this, made this, edited this did not get. But besides that, I also started watching on the airplane the whole 7 hours. I watched pretty much nonstop. At the beginning I watched AP Biology or whatever. It was okay. I don't know. It was weird. Gave me weird dreams because I fell asleep. Then I ate and then I went back to sleep. But I was watching The Last of Us or Last of Us. I don't remember. Is there I don't know. But it was amazing. And then I realized when I got back, oh wait, that was season 2. Love season 2. Just started watching season 1 last night. First episode. I'm glad I started with season 2 because I don't know that I would have watched I don't think I would have watched it if I would have seen the first episode of the movie, of the show. The first episode of the show was exactly why I didn't want to watch it, because I didn't want a movie or a show that was scary, that was just like adrenaline and all that stuff. What I loved about the second season was that it was so calm with like little snippets of like zombies and whatever's. It was just very moving, and whatever his name is, Pedro Pascal, I don't know why I want to call him something else, was just so, like, he had such a small role, but such a big impact in such, like, and I didn't see the first episode, and I saw Nelson play. I did not play. Did I play? I don't think so. I think that this was the game that he put on, and because he has stereo surround and he has like whatever's, where the sound comes out. I just came back from a different language, so bear with me. What did they call it? Anyways, the sound was coming from like side and behind. It's kind of like, anyways, that, like with the clickers and stuff, like I just could not do that. No. So yeah, but yeah, the first episode of the first season, it was great as far as like, cinematic filmmaking, all that stuff, acting, all that, but like it's just not my thing. I just don't like it. So I don't know how I'm going to get through the first season so I can get to the second season. But I'm guessing that it's not like that. Like, it's setting the stage, and of course when everything erupts, it's going to be dramatic. So hopefully it's gonna calm down and like by episode 3. But one thing that I was so inspired and I wanted to mention, so this will be a series because I don't know, but this quadriceps or whatever, this fungus family, because it's not just one, it's like I guess just various different types of this, whatever the name is, that is real life, it reminded me, because I would get very annoyed when people just wanted to study their thing. I just want to be an actor. Don't give me math. Don't give me science. Why do I need science? I'm like, to me, actors saying that is the stupidest thing. And I'll tell you why. Because as an actor, that's exactly what you're doing. You're presenting life that you never had, will never have, but you're presenting it. You know, sometimes it coincides, but you're acting someone else's ideas or someone else's life, some other things that is not your life. You'll never be a biologist, but you'll act, you know, in a movie as a biologist. Things like that. But besides that, I'm just talking as a whole. These people that created the game, I don't know if they found out about this fungus before or after, but many times it's the combination. So someone has an idea, oh, I want to make video games, and then they go through life and then they watch random things on YouTube now. Back then, I don't even know how old this game is, but at one point we didn't have YouTube, right? But they would like go through it, and they would, through like news or stories or school or whatever, they would hear things, and then they would apply that in a way. Can you go? Thank you. In a way where it fit into what they're doing. So there would be no Last of Us if these people were like, I just want to make video games, and I just kind of like this movie actually, and I just want to, like, you know, put zombies in, and here you go. But they made such a, like, Death Stranding is another good example of like how crazy that is. And you can't do things like that are like amazing if you don't have more knowledge than your singular passion. And so I never understood people who are like, I just want to do this. This is all I want to do. I don't care about biology. I don't care about the news. I don't care about whatevers. And I don't care about like other people's like ideas or life or whatever. It goes into everything. There was an article, I think, I don't often read articles, but I think this was an article, I don't know, but it was something that I read about the 10,000 hours, this proving that's not a fact that you need 10,000 hours. You kind of need like a lot of time to master something, but what makes ingenuity, what makes breakthroughs, what makes you good at something, what makes you a better whatever you want to be, you might not even know at first for many years what you actually were meant for. By when I say meant, you can take it spiritually, you can take it religiously, you can take it just like the way that like your skills combine, or like your life circumstance combines, or whatever. It's, to me, it's kind of all of the above. But you know, you get to be great at what you do because you had different experiences away from that. And when you have breakthroughs and all this stuff, it's because you have all of these other different lives, basically. And I think it was talking about, like, Tiger Woods was an example of the 10,000 hours, and that's kind of where that came from. But otherwise, like, Van Gogh had different careers before he was a painter, and he's famous for painting. We don't even know his other careers unless you're an art history person, right? And so that's what I really wanted to talk about, but I also had to mention the other things. But yeah.